Hey, this is Lon. We're picking up on the next video. The last video, we were just talking about the bad guy a lot of times will turtle, which means they'll be face down like this. One of the things that I mentioned in one of the previous videos is that you can staple his leg with your shin across the calf. And this alone is very, very painful. I'm trying to be nice to Professor here because he can beat me up, but I can extend my toes and put my shin on his calf, and it's kind of like a calf slicer. It hurts a lot just for me to hang out there. And if you're not feeling it, you wouldn't know it. But basically my shin's right across his calf, and I can extend my toes and put a lot of pressure down on his calf. So just hanging out here in a self-defense situation is not a bad thing at all. He can't do anything to me. I can hold his head down, and I can just hang out here. Eventually what's going to happen is I'll probably end up losing this position, and on my turns I'm going to hop up onto his back right here. Now basically at this point I'm kind of feeding off of what he does for what I do. All right. One thing I can do is I can actually, if he starts to give me space, I can stand on the back of his knees right here, on his calves right here. I can just stand there, right, and pin him down. If I start to lose that, then I come back here. Now the bad guy is going to basically do one of three things. We're going to do it slow, and I'm going to show you what my reaction to each of the three things is. So I'm going to feed off of the bad guy. I don't know what he's going to do right now. He's going to do it. Go ahead. So the first thing is he's basically shoulder rolling. So I'm letting him shoulder roll, and I'm feeding my leg between his legs. Come around here on this other side. I'm feeding it right through his legs. And it looks like he's in half guard, but he's not. All right, because it's called a leg drag. Now the key is I need to keep this up high. I don't want to start to go down to where he can get underneath. I want to keep it high, and at this point, I'm going to, of course, this guy right here, he can punch me, and he's an exception to the rule because he's strong, he's got long arms, he can do damage to me, he can. Most people are not going to be able to do damage to me when I'm on top. I can do more damage to him, but before I do any damage, I want to tie him up and use my weight, my gravity. So I'm going to bring the bottom arm over, and I'm going to hold it like this. This is kind of like twisting his spine right here. At this point, I can just talk to him. I'm in no hurry. If I want, I can throw elbow strike right on that floating rib. And then guess what? If I feel like I'm starting to lose it, I just come right around here to the side, pop right back up on the knee on belly. Okay, a word on knee on belly. I do not want to have my arm in here for knee on belly because he can break my arm by kicking it with a strike. So I didn't cover that detail when we were talking about knee on belly. I want to have it on the outside so that if he strikes, my hand just comes off, right? I don't want to reach under because he can strike. All right, that's just a word on knee on belly. All right, so at this point, we go right back to what we were talking about yesterday. I'm controlling the hands, coming around here, moving around, staying away from his legs, okay? So that's the first thing the bad guy can do is a shoulder roll. The second thing he can do is he's going to stand up. He's going to stand up. When he stands up, I let him stand up. All right, go ahead and stand up. And I'm going to go right here. He stands all the way up. I'm going to stay right here. I can throw some strikes right here with my knee. I'm hiding my face right on his numbers. If my face is out here, he can catch me with an elbow. I'm hiding right here. I'm controlling his hips. And I have another video on how to do a takedown from there. I'm not going to do it now. I just take him back down to the concrete. So I took him back down to the concrete. Come on down. Yeah, he goes back down. And then I go right back to this, right? He rolls the turtle. And then we have the third thing that he would do, and that is a sit out, right? If he sits out, I just let him sit out, and I beat him to the punch. And I come right back to everything we were doing before. Same old thing. I call it the Brazilian barbecue. Volvo's Brazilian barbecue. I'm just turning the meat on the grill. He decides what he's going to do, and I just react to that. All right? Thanks. Check out the next video.